Hello, this is Professor Vancello, and this video is going to show you how to create a live website using MySQL and PHP. Using OOO web host for this, but you could use other hosting services. The process will be similar. The first thing I'm doing is going into their MySQL tool to create a new MySQL database. The process for doing this is going to be slightly different on different hosting services, but this procedure should be very similar. Creating a database name, user, password, and the host is given to me. So I'm going to copy that information and paste it into Notepad because I'm going to need it later to make my connection with PHP. I'm going to go into the file manager. Again, this could be a little bit different based on which hosting service you use. You might use an FTP client or something, but this has a built-in web client for creating directories and files, so I will do that. Make a little demo database directory to keep my files organized. And this is where I'm going to put the code, and for the code I'm going to just grab some code from W3 Schools. W3 Schools has a lot of stuff that you can do with MySQL and PHP, but when you use it as a model for your own site, you can do even more. So here is some sample code to actually connect to the database. So I'm just going to paste it in and take a look at it, give it a file name, and I will try to bring this page up, and it should not work because we haven't customized it at all. I'll just verify to see how it looks after we fix it. All right, so it just says waiting. It's trying to connect and it's not able to. All right, so we're going to go in and fix why it's not connecting. It's not connecting because we just have all the demo stuff from W3 Schools webpage. We're going to put in our actual information with our host name, and hopefully you can figure out what this information is. If not, you just read the W3 Schools page a little bit. And that's where we put our username. And it's going to be where we put our password. And lastly, our database. All right, so all this file is doing is connecting to the database. And if it doesn't connect, it's going to give an error message. So you see I finally got an error on that page. And now I refresh and no error page, and I'm able to connect. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but I see that it's different than what happened before. Next, I'm going to look at this section of code about creating a database, and we don't have to do that because we did that through the user interface on the web host. All right, so we're not going to actually put in SQL code to create the database, but we can put in SQL code to create tables. And so I'm going to keep the code to connect to my database, and then I'm going to execute a query. And that's just by creating a string variable in PHP, and then passing a string variable to MySQL, and I get a message that the table was created successfully.